Now time for Big D Energy with four-time Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty, former Lion Joik Bell, and the golden voice of Neil Rule. Live on the Woodward Sports Network, 99.1 and 93.5 The Roar, the Woodward Sports app, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy to the left of me, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, four-time Stanley Cup champion. That guy in the captain's chair, former Lions great, former Wayne State great. He is Joik Bell. We got Sam in the bowl along with Fish as well. It's Fish's bowl after all. Sawyer is in the house as well. He's ready to rock. He's feeling that Christmas vibe. And guys, I'll tell you this. We're going to get into the sports and all that kind of stuff. Christmas Eve is where it's at. And here's why.
Go ahead.
You get all the vibe and none of the responsibility.
All the vibe and no scribe.
You get what?
All the vibe, but none of the responsibility.
Yeah.
Like we're having the people over at our house on Christmas Eve.
Right.
I'll deal with that tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You know what that means. You know, you have people over to your house, like you get the cooking and getting everything all set up.
The movies.
Yeah, all that. But that ain't today.
You know what, though? We're not going to skip past this because I walk in the studio, I sit down, minding my business, and I look up, and I'm just blinded by the sauce. Right now, Neil, you're saucy right now. He got on the patent leather Nike. What are those you have on? Are those
the Nike Courts.
Yeah, the Nike Courts. Okay, he got on the gray, got on the nice sweater.
Yeah.
Saucy, he got the chain on underneath. Don't you?
No, I don't. Not today.
Oh,
no.
not today. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. But you're saucy today, man. You got the sauce.
Thank you. I'm feeling it, man. It is. This is my favorite day of the whole holiday season.
Look at you both all Christmassy white. I went with the red because I'm not allowed to wear whites because it wouldn't stay white. So, that's a God bless all you clean people that don't spill stuff on themselves.
How about some jogging
I'm not
I
gonna lie
got
to
the reds. We look at Sawyer's got the hat, Nemo and Dory in there. They got the Fish has got his Tom Mazaway Lions hat.
I'm not gonna lie to you though, Joik. Like I do eat like this, like.
You do?
When I got the whites on,
oh my God! But you remind me of my son. My son's sitting out here right now. So I brought my son. And for me today was bring your kid to work day.
Okay.
So I have my son here with me, and so he eats like that regardless of what he has on. Yeah. It doesn't matter. He just eats like that. And I'm happy now. He's getting to that teenage age to where he cares about his appearance. Right.
Oh yeah.
He cares about his appearance now.
My son's getting to that low key. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I couldn't wait for it. I'm excited.
It makes life easier. Let's be real.
It does.
I mean, for me, why I like it so much is it's just easier. Like I don't have to battle him to brush his teeth like he does all that stuff.
Guys, come on. We know why. Because the cooties wore off the girls. That's what it is. Now you look at the girls and go, wait a sec. Hold on.
Yeah,
who's that?
You mean I have to brush my teeth and take a shower?
It's funny because now I don't have to. Hey, yo, we got to go take you to get a haircut. Come on. Dad, I need a haircut.
Exactly.
Can you take me to get my haircut? Yeah. I said, okay, now it's kicking in.
But that's my point, though. It gets easier. And let's be real. I'm the laziest man alive. I look you right in the camera and tell you guys that. I am. So I like it when it's easy. I do. And that.
Easy like
but just battling all the time. The haircut. Again, the shower. Go take a shower. Go take a shower. Go take a shower. Go brush your teeth.
Gosh.
Go brush your teeth. We're past that now. Yeah. At least with my first one.
I'm to the point now to where it's, this is how you clean your room. Don't leave the house with your room looking like this. When you leave this room, you make sure you vacuum, start from the back of the room, and then you finish at the door. I like to see the lines in the carpet. I like to see the lines in the carpet.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. Hey, go figure.
Yeah.
You've been looking at lines your whole life, running the hash marks.
Yeah. I like to see the lines in the carpet.
Absolutely.
You never had that room at the house or at your grandmother's house when you went to go visit?
Yeah, you can't go in.
You can't go in that room because and it stays vacuum with the lines.
Yeah.
And you
with
can't
the
go in that
plastic
room.
on the couch.
For me,
that's where the tree is. That's the one where you walk by, and that's where they put the presents. You can't go in.
It's
got the white carpet, so you know. It's like movie truck.
So that's the family room. It's not the living room. That's the family room. I tricked my guests because now I have like this rigged rug where it doesn't have lines. It's just like really, really thick, and you can't really vacuum it for real. And so it doesn't have the lines, but
woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
A good morning to everybody out there that's listening on the YouTube chat thread. Remember, you can get involved anytime that you want to. If you're listening on the radio, 93.5 The Roar, 99.1 FM, and of course 94.7 HD2. What up, though? Happy to have you all in here on Christmas Eve, the best day of the holiday season. Again, Christmas vibe, none of the responsibility, at least until tomorrow. Tammy Chin on our YouTube chat thread. Good morning, Neil, Darren, Joik, Sawyer, Sam, and Fish. Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody out there. David Mentier says, I'm tapping in on my day off. That's big time right there. You know, when you got people that
tapping in on the day off, man, that says something. We appreciate you, David. Much love. Hey, Tommy Mazaway from St. Clair Shores says he has a newfound respect for Joint, but why do you put a broom? He said vacuum. You got pay attention, Tommy.
He said what? What did he say?
He said he put a broom emoji, not a vacuum. He said he had newfound respect for you, like you cleaned your room. He didn't think you cleaned your room.
Man.
But he put a broom because that's what he's
I think he put a broom there because I don't think there's a
vacuum.
A vacuum
I'm
emoji.
gonna look if there is.
Look to see if there's a vacuum emoji.
We'll get to all the Christmas stuff coming up in the second hour of the show. The greatest holiday gift you ever got, maybe the worst one you ever got, the best food. My daughter's 6. She still believes. You know, my oldest son is 14. That time has come to a close. You know what I'm saying? And as a parent, you know, I'll discuss that. That was crushing.
I almost ruined Christmas for my daughter. I didn't know her mom had me on speakerphone.
Boy.
And so I said, we're going to make cookies, right? And I said, try to eat them. I said, but try to eat them or take a bite out of it before the next morning. And her mom said, Joy, you're on speakerphone. And my daughter just didn't hear me say that. And so I was able to kind of, you know, it kind of blew over. But I think she heard a little bit. She said, no, you can't eat the cookie. Those are for Santa. I said, thank God she didn't pick up on it. You know?
I want to know everybody's plans as well. I'll tell you what I'm up to. You can probably figure it out what I'm up to on Christmas Eve. We do have the fam over, but a certain bowl game is on Christmas Eve. And I'll get you right in the second hour, too, on said bowl game. Fish will break down Boxing Day. What is Boxing Day? He always talks about it. We'll break that down as well. But, you know, the NCAA came out. They talked about if COVID hits the playoffs. We've already seen COVID be a factor with one of the bowl games in that Texas A&M had to pull out of the Gator Bowl. So Wake Forest looking for a new opponent, and it's been released that Rutgers is believed to be that next opponent. They're 5-7. They have the highest APR score, academic progress rate. So that's why they qualify for the bowl. Because, you know, all of a sudden, the grades are important.
And you knew one of these days that playoff, you know, the rankings, the tiebreaker to get into the playoffs would be academics. See, like your parents said, all you kids. And that's why DMAC didn't go to college.
But they also released the COVID situation for the playoffs. Curious to get everybody's thoughts on that. You know, the just in case as far as what goes down. And here's the bottom line with it. If COVID affects the college football playoffs, well, as far as the Fiesta and Peach Bowl, they'll attempt to identify an alternate date for the game within 1 week. If no date can be identified, they're basically going to just bang it and call it a no contest. For the playoff semifinals, if one team is unavailable to play, the unavailable team shall forfeit the game, and its opponent would advance to the national championship game. If both teams are unavailable to play in the semifinal will be declared a no contest, and the team winning the other semifinal game would be declared the college football national champion. And if 3 teams are unavailable to play, they have different scenarios and all of that where one team will be the national champion. If the team's unavailable is determined after the playoff semifinals have been conducted, the national championship game may be rescheduled no later than Friday, January 14th. If one team is able to play and the other is not, and the game cannot be rescheduled or cannot be played, the team unable to play will forfeit, and that team that is left standing will be the college football national champion. And look, if we're going through all this, then it's not real.
Well, here's the thing, right, Neil? And for all the Michigan faithful out there, Wolverine fans know that yesterday the whole team reported got the booster. So I was just got me thinking that what if it played out the way that it is, where Michigan was that last team standing, either by beating Georgia and not having to play the national championship, or by not even playing the game, their last 2 national championships would have asterisks, wouldn't it? Like and this one wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And in all honesty, that would stink. I said this all along at the beginning, that how could it not affect the bowl season? But now we're seeing it, and I guess at least the NCAA is trying to do something right.
But is it right? I mean,
I don't know. But
we don't know.
Here's my thing. Why can't you just push it back? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you just push it back till you got enough guys to play?
When it costs a lot of money? Or do we not care about money?
When has the NCAA cared about money before? You know what I'm saying?
When they wasn't paying the students?
Well, that's different.
You know what I'm saying? You said that.
That's different, Joy. No. You know what I'm saying is, how much money would it cost, though, really? Huh? How much money could that cost? What's different about that? And it's just, for me, if you're going to do this, then do it. Because I just feel like this isn't the answer. And I don't know what the answer is, but I'm not paid to know the answer. So I can just sit here and be critical and not offer a solution because it's not my job. But all I know is, how would you feel about that, D-Mac? How would you feel about that?
No, it would stink, but it's sort of like, it would be the crescendo hi-hat to the song of the COVID throughout the last couple of years of what we're dealing with. I mean, at the end, I'm trying to think about it now, and if that's the way the narrative of the story goes, I guess I like this shoulder shrug. This is like, I guess I could see it coming. I mean, we're so immune to things now, right? You almost wait for that other shoe to fall.
To me, it's you walk that dangerous line too of. Because once people become indifferent about it, you'll lose some of the people. Oh, you will, and see the baseball strike, see the NHL labor stoppages.
When's the last time we mentioned what's going on with baseball? Nobody cares.
Right.
Nobody cares about it.
Labor stuff and this kind of stuff, man.
What they do care about more so is the NFL. And, the NFL talks out of both sides of their mouth because, coming out at the beginning of the season, if any non-vaccinated player, they'll be fined, suspended. We're not changing the schedule for anything. Now they manipulate it. Getting back to the NCAA and the bowl games, all the rest of it doesn't matter except for the playoffs, right? So whatever it is to bubble those guys, to do whatever needs to be done, I would hope that they would think that, but then again, we're talking about the NCAA, so I don't know if they're going to go with their eyeball test, or they're going to go with their schematics, or they're going to go with the energy guy. I don't know.
So, Joy, what's your answer, man? Like, what? I'm of the opinion if you can't play, then you push it back till you can play.
It's tough because now for me, this is my opinion. If we really care about the student athlete, we really care about the integrity of the game, that I will push it back regardless of how much money it takes, because this is what the spectators want to see. And then this is also, this is major for a lot of people. Can you imagine if something was to happen, say if a player from Michigan spread it around the team, then they have to forfeit this, and this is this is Harbaugh like contract year, and he can't go win this national championship game? Just to say that was to happen,
right?
And then I guess not fair. It's not fair.
Or for Cincinnati, who finally broke down this steel curtain and got in there, and now they got a chance to show it, and then they can't,
and then we never know, right? And it's sad, man. It's really sad. And this is the thing where we say, we let the kids decide. Let the kids decide their fate, and whatever we have to do to make sure we have both these rosters that we have built over these teams that work so hard this entire year to get to this point, give them an opportunity to go out here and win this championship game. Like, everyone deserves a shot, and it's not the kids' job to figure out how they make it work. It's the NCAA job to figure out how they can make this work, not take the easy route.
Yeah, but since they handled, the name, image, and likeness so well, since they were so forward-thinking and innovative with everything that they came up with, where they're like, hey, you guys figure it out. Well, see you later. I mean, that was essentially it. Man, and I think I think Matt Carrier says it best in our YouTube chat thread. If COVID ruins a college football playoff, I swear to God. No, Matt.
Hey, mic drop for him. I swear.
No, you're not wrong, brother. I'm searching for what the answer is. I don't know, but I know this isn't it. And here's when we come back, I'll tell you what the thing that really drives me crazy.
It really grinds
my gears. I'll tell you what doesn't grind my gears. MyBookie.ag. You know why? They'll double your first deposit up to $1,000 with the promo code Woodward. That's something that'll get you excited. They'll play some of these bowl games. I know they will. I know there's a couple today. Certainly that. While granted they're not the Sun Bowl, which we'll talk about later, they're not the Sun Bowl, still some great college football action today on Christmas Eve that you can tap into. NFL games, whatever you want to do, mybookie.ag, they've got all the answers for you. The parlays, the teasers, all of it. Any way you want to bet on sports, you can do it with mybookie.ag. It's easy, guys. That's the best part about it. It's easy. Do your initial deposit. They'll double it up to $1,000. You can use crypto if you want to go that route, Bitcoin, whatever you want to do. Say, hey, you want to keep it off the books a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Say the missus doesn't want you getting down in that action. I'm just saying a way around that to keep it off the books. You can do the crypto route, whatever you want to do with mybookie.ag. They'll double your first deposit with the promo code Woodward. That's all you guys got to do. Then you can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Have a gambling problem? Call the Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-270-7117.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Your Detroit alternative to the normal sports blah, blah, blah. It's Woodward Sports.
Off and running here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network on Christmas Eve. Neil Rule, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Joik Bell in the house with you today. Any way that you're consuming the show, Twitch, social media, on Twitter, however you're doing it. On our YouTube channel, we appreciate you doing it. Radio side as well. You guys know what it is by now. But we're talking the COVID protocols for the college football playoff. And it's very real, folks. As we've seen the NHL now, essentially, they're shut down. That's how they're rolling, at least through Christmas up towards the New Year. So the NCAA said, hey, if a team's unable to take the field and the other team is, you're out. You lose via forfeit. If 3 teams are unable to take the field and 1 is, then boom, they're the national champion. I mean, this isn't real. And the thing that I'm thinking about is everybody comes out with these policies where we got these COVID policies, and they always take the hard line first. They always say, hey, if you can't play, then it's a forfeit. Then when everybody can't play, they're always like, well, we're going to change that right now. See, that's in the back of my mind, George. That's where I am with it. They're not going to do that. They're just doing it to do a hard line to make sure that everybody, the teams, they're at their destinations. They're going to be like, hey, don't go screw around. Just stay in the hotel. Do the stuff you're supposed to do. Don't risk it for everybody else. I think that's why they come out with these hard lines. If 3 out of the 4 teams can't play, they're not making the one that tested clean the national champion. They're not doing that, right? They're not.
What did I just say last segment? Who knows? I mean, there's no consistency. So the fact that you would think, right, logically, it's just one of those, hey, like the parent, where it says, hey, curfew's like 11, but do you take them serious, or it's the parent that says this? I don't know, Neil, honestly. I have no idea because there's no consistency out of the NCAA. So they could change their mind at the last minute.
And they will.
I don't know, Joy.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know why there's no consistency? Because there's no rules. It's all arbitrary. Like you say,
as you go.
That's exactly what it is.
It's
so
what
it
it
depends
is.
Whose arbitrary decision, depends where the dice rolls around that table, to which committee member.
Or how someone.
Snake eyes.
What?
Hey, sometimes they roll that dice and there's a lot of snake eyes in there.
What conference are they from? Here you go.
And that plays a part as well. And like you look at the Gator Bowl situation, magically Rutgers pops up. And I know they're saying off of APR, the Academic Progress Report,
When has that ever been?
Well, they instituted that a couple years ago
right.
for when there wasn't enough.
27th down on the list.
Yeah, so when the Bulls
on the list, on the tiebreaker, they got to it. Hey, dude, come on, man! You don't.
Did that guy from that energy company put that in there?
Getting that extra one right. Oh man, is it C? Is it D? The last one? Oh, it was Johnny got our AP up.
No, but they instituted that a couple of years ago as the number of bowls continued to go up. When they got to the point where there's so many bowls that they couldn't fill all the spots.
Let the smart kids in.
Yeah.
They wait till the end. Let the smart kids in after everybody else. Like you said, there's 60 bowls.
Yeah, but all of a sudden it's a Big Ten team getting in a bowl, which means what? Another bowl payout.
That's
another bowl payout, right? So I mean, these are all factors, and you don't know what goes on behind closed doors because I'll tell you guys a secret that's not a secret. That's why I can tell you this. And you guys know I've talked about Dan Wetzel, the writer for Yahoo, a lot. Writes great books, phenomenal books. If you guys want to know the gist of what goes on with college football and the principles still apply to this day, check out the book Death to the BCS.
Oh,
I know you guys
book.
remember the BCS era.
What's
He
up?
broke it down. He talked about the local bowl here, the Motor City Bowl, when they were trying to choose between three teams. And I forget, San Jose State, I think it was a MAC team and another team. Here's the gist of it, though. They were going to these three teams and say, we need to pick one of you guys to get in this bowl. The bowl payout's $750,000. Will anybody here take $500,000? And two of the teams were like, yeah, we'll do it. Then they're like, okay, will anybody take $250,000? And the two teams were like, yeah, we'll do it. And then the one school that had an athletic director who got a bonus when the football team made a bowl said, hey, we'll take no money to go to the bowl, and we'll pay our own travel expenses. These are the
but
things.
He got a little out the side door.
These are the things, guys. This is real life. Like, I know we pretend that it's not, but these are the types of things that go on.
Can you say it a little bit louder for the people in the back?
Yeah, just the whole process of how it worked.
Yeah.
They were trying to decide between three bowl eligible teams for the final bowl slot. The bowl went to all the athletic directors and said, hey, will anybody take $500,000 instead of $750,000 to go to the bowl?
And Team B
two of the teams said yes. Then they said, all right, well, either you take $250,000, basically having a reverse auction to get the third team for the bowl. Mm-hmm. Again, both the teams said yes. Then one of the teams whose athletic director got a bonus for going to a bowl said, we'll take no money to go and we'll pay our own travel expenses. We'll take the bowl berth. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that are in play, which will ultimately come into play for this college football playoffs. This happens, folks. It's documented. Check out the book.
So basically, you don't have to really be good. You just have to be good enough to put in the bid. That's what they're just putting in bids for a project.
They put in
an RFP, a request for proposal. Yeah. That's what they're doing right now to get to these bowl games.
And Joik, my point sickening.
It takes away. We talk about Tom Brady and him taking integrity away from the game when he, deflates and takes him out of a ball. But you got people
check college football, bro.
Right, but this college, you know what? These cartels are looking at the NCAA like these crooks.
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
More and more every day.
You're absolutely right now.
But that's it. Check the book out.
But it's
I'm not making that
new,
up.
Right?
No, it's been around for 2 decades.
But it's just the fact that now it's coming more to light. You know, the fact that what it is, which makes you go, how many, if you hear it happen once, well, that probably happened a lot more than that at other universities for a lot bigger money in different ways, which goes down to, wow, just the way NCAA. And again, shrug my shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely.
That doesn't shock me. It's the same thing, right? You asked me as if, will they really, if 3 teams get sick, they just give it to one?
They're not doing that.
Right?
They're not doing that. Chase says it here in our YouTube chat thread. He says the NCAA has always been reactive instead of proactive, so take their, quote, rules with a grain of salt. No, they will. They're not doing that, guys. You know why they do this? You know why they put this press release out? So they can say, we're authoritative. We're making decisions. We're doing things. Until something happens, then we're going to change it. They left that part out, though. The gist of the people here on the YouTube chat thread said, E. Schaffer says, they did it to Michigan hockey last year. I agree with Joik. We've given up too much. The kids and coaches have worked so hard. I say they suck it up and reschedule if they have to.
They have to.
Because we're done. We're down at that point.
Yeah.
We're down to 3 games.
That's it.
So it's just those 4 teams. because they're all that matter anyway. We've proven that time and time again. We don't care about any of this other stuff. The players don't care. Which team was it? LSU, their linebacker, pulled out of their bowl. They have him projected as the 5th best linebacker in the draft. 5th. So that probably puts you, round 3, something like that-ish. I don't know the draft board off the top of my head.
Oh, it depends if they go earlier.
But, that's a third-round pick. That's a third-round pick saying, guys, I'm out. We've proven we don't care, so just come out and say, we're going to play these games no matter what. And if we got to push them back, then guess what? We push them back. And stop the stuff about class and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't matter. I'm just being real, guys.
It doesn't matter.
I love this comment by D. Smitty. That takes away from the integrity of the game.
No, it does.
There's no such thing as integrity. Integrity's on the Mars Farm in South Park. Well, no integrity with NCAA.
Integrity, leaving your team right before
they have no rule,
right when you're in the mix for a college football playoff spot. Integrity like that. This is the. And again, I don't. If this is the way it is, Joik, then just say that's the way it is.
They're not going to do that because it doesn't look good.
But that's
on
what they're
their
always
part.
about.
And then that's the thing
image.
that some guys talk about. When you are a big corp or you're a big corporation, a big industry, you control the media, right? You control the media, so you can paint the narrative however you want to paint it. Right. And so that's what you can do when you have money. You can whatever narrative there is, right? You can paint it to make you look like you're in the best light.
Follow the money.
It is.
That's how it works.
Follow the money. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Travis, you're wrong. The NCAA and Division I college football playoff systems is one step short of being organized crime level corrupt. No, they're not.
It is that level.
No. It is that level, and actually it could be worse because, as Neil Rule says, the cartels wash their hands of these guys.
The NCAA, FIFA, and the Olympic Organizing Committee.
That's it.
The IOC, the International Olympic Committee.
Those are bad people.
Yeah.
Watch Narcos. There's an article on it, right? Narcos on FIFA.
Let's get in. Let's have somebody said, let's have a Woodward Bowl game. There's a Petty Grimes. Woodward Bowl game, Ferris State versus Jackson State. I would say Wayne State versus Jackson State.
Yeah. Get it, Talk to the powers
Get
that
it
be.
in.
Yeah. Shout out.
Hey, Coach Prime.
Woodward Sports Bowl, man. Fish would be the grand marshal of the parade. The parade could go down Woodward.
Oh, yeah. He can go down the whole parade screaming, "Stay out!"
Yeah. Brought to you by Guardian Alarm.
Brought to you by Stay out!
It's just him and a microphone. 1-800, stay out.
Yeah,
1-800, stay out.
You have D-Mac driving the car.
Absolutely.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
It's louder for the people.
I'll be brokering the deals with the athletic directors and say, hey, I know the payout $750,000. Will you take $500,000? I'll have them paying us to come in there.
I'll be shooting you a text saying, "Oh, bro, I can't make it."
and then on Joik's IG story, he'll be in Aruba. Man, I love it. We're chopping it up today, guys. It's a lot of fun. We're laying out second hour of the show. We're going to talk holidays. What you guys got going on? Christmas gifts. Mike G says Xmas gifts for the Woodward Sports staffers. Ready, go. I'll read some of those too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna text you. I can't make it because I'll probably be having fun with my son throwing footballs at bowling pins or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you could. And if you want to do that, the best place to do it would be at the Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck. Really weird you brought that up, Joik, but I like it though. You can host corporate parties, team building events. If you're trying to dodge work for the day, you can just hang out at the Folding Warehouse. They got open bars, over 100 beers available. You can do the unlimited open play for just $10. Pull up on them or reserve. Absolutely. Reserve private lanes. Get your squad out there. You guys can do it that way. As I said, 100 beers, multiple full bars available, a $2 mystery beer vending machine. And just to give you, just a little taste of what that has to offer, our own guy Sawyer last weekend was at Folding Warehouse. He put $2 in. He got out a can of Old Milwaukee. He raised his hand in triumph. That's the type of things that are available to you at the Folding Warehouse. All your coworkers have done it. Your friends have done it. If you haven't, get out there. It's a great time. The great vibe out there in the building. It's in Hamtramck. If you're going out downtown, start out the night at the Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck. Come get your fold on. Check it out at foldingwarehouse.com.
Hi, I'm Kay Cunningham. I'm proud to partner with Hall Financial, the mortgage company known for 5-star service. Don't just take my word for it. Check out their 5,000 5-star reviews for yourself. Go to callhallfirst.com and get started with your 5-star experience today.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Follow us everywhere. Just search Woodward Sports on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, IG, and more.
Back at it here. Show's flying by already on Christmas Eve. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Joik Bell in the house. We got Sam and Fish over in the bowl. Sawyer is on the ones and twos in the production booth. And Mike G on our YouTube chat thread said, what's the Christmas gifts for the Woodward Sports staffers? He got it started. He said, for Rule, a Grizzly varsity jacket, a Jim Harbaugh mask, a Lego set called Draft Capital, and the Sportscaster of the Year award from Our Magazine. Hey, go to OurMagazine.com. Vote me for your favorite sports broadcaster or your least favorite, whatever you want to do. So we'll keep an eye on those too as the gifts come in. Alex Mayer, the producer, on the bottom line, a Sparty helmet, Mel Tucker staying hoodie, 300 on DVD, and a Leonidas crown. So, people are having some good times with that. So, however you want to tap in, make sure you tap in.
Yeah. I haven't heard that in a while. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah. Steve says, just remember, NFL said a COVID-ridden team can lose via forfeit. Now, 6 months later, the NFL said, move the date to make sure we don't lose the game. And, Steve, you're bringing up exactly my point. If the NFL can do it, if the NFL has a moving target, moving goalpost, the NCAA is going to follow suit. And the NFL's open about it. You know why they're doing it.
Right, exactly.
Revenue.
And to George's point, when you have the money, you can dictate, the narrative.
The narrative.
Yeah, AC talks about the bull story that I mentioned from the book Debt to the BCS. That's so scummy. That's what it is. You never hear about it. But that's what it is. That's what's going on. Make no mistake about it, guys. I hate to
scummy.
I hate to blow the top off everything. Mike,
such a Debbie Downer on this Christmas Eve.
That's what they said.
Mike Bilby says, still not as corrupt as the IOC. You're exactly right on that. Matt also says Neil's on today. Those are facts. But yeah, guys, I'm just telling you what is. Like, we need to get over the romanticism of everything that is going on. But one guy I have been romantic about for the Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown, has been nominated for the NFL Rookie of the Week. And I know that there's a lot of stiff competition up there. He did have a big game last weekend, 8 catches, 90 yards, a touchdown as well. You retweet the Lions tweet, if you want to support Amon-Ra St. Brown for his campaign for Pepsi Rookie of the Week. But Joik, I know there's a lot of good competition. Yeah. I don't care if he wins it or not. This is a 4th-round pick that in Week 15 of the season is up for NFL Rookie of the Week. And I don't know this to be true, but I'm going to claim it till I'm proven wrong.
Yeah.
That's never happened before for the Detroit Lions. A 4th-round pick as NFL Rookie of the Week, never. It can't have happened. Who was it? Sammy Lee Hill? Who would it have been?
Dang, I forgot about Sam Hill. D-line, right?
Yeah,
I forgot about Sam Hill. Wow.
But Joik, though, that's my point, though. That's why I'm all in with Brad Holmes and Draft Capital, the Lego Draft Capital set.
That's what, 2 more years.
I know.
Can we get the tracker? The D-Mac? Can we get the D-Mac tracker?
There it is. There it is. Joik, you got her.
Yo, but Joik, I mean,
20 more games and we're going to be there.
Do you feel me though? Do you see it starting to crystallize just a little bit? Just a little bit.
I see it. It's only one piece we're missing. One part of the puzzle that we need to add in. And when that 14 hits 34, who's going to be our quarterback? That's the biggest piece.
Well, right. Or the question is, what is our quarterback best scenario at that point in getting him? Because the more that it plays out, I see it goes to your to not just your draft capital, but your salary cap, because it could be the guy that you bring back. Hence the conversation yesterday: is Stafford that type of guy, but somebody like that. Do you bring in somebody who is bona fide and spend the quarterback money at that point? I think just to have that conversation would be cool.
Yeah, I think at that point in time right here, at 34, at game 34, going into that the third year, right? Or the third year. So we bring in a quarterback in free agency. We have money freed up. Bring in a quarterback in free agency, and then also we should have that first-round draft pick be a quarterback that we can bring in to learn under the quarterback we just brought in on that big contract. Because why? That young quarterback is going to be on a rookie deal, and we can tie him up for that second-year contract. Let him know, like, yeah, you might be the guy. So learn as much as you can under this guy right here, similar to Aaron Rodgers under Brett Favre. Similar.
Well, and it's a situation for the Lions, too, where you do have a clean break capability with Goff after, as you said, game number 34 of D-Mac's tracker. After game number 34, after this one right here, after we get to 34 of 34, you have a $10 million dead cap break that you can have with Jared Goff and say, hey, thanks for the memories. And then you can do...
And having that capital in the bank to be able to say, hey, here's your dividend, go away, to free everything up is an asset too, right?
In and of itself, because you have the freedom to choose. So if there is a quarterback you like...
Freedom of choice.
Yeah, if there's a quarterback you like in the draft, even this year, and again, I'll ride with Brad Holmes. I know that, and guys, I've been trying to prepare you for it. With that second first-round pick, if there's a quarterback they like, they're going to take him. They are.
Well, is that...
If they like them.
And again, if you want to go back and check out past shows, yesterday we talked about, is there an Alabama quarterback flux? Because we were talking about the comparison that I made with Jalen Hurts and the lack of respect that Tua Tagovailoa gets in Miami is the same as Mac Jones coming into the Patriots, and then is Bryce Petty the young gun right there? Is that the guy, or stuff like this? So questions to be answered, but be prepared if that's the way they're going to go to get that investment. Because why, Neil? What happens when you get a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract?
You get them for a discount, the biggest discount to market in all the draft.
In all the draft.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a quarterback in the first round. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't care about getting a quarterback right now. That's not my biggest concern right now.
But I'm telling, if it's somebody they like, they're gonna trigger. They'll pull the trigger, Joy.
That's the key you said. If they like.
I understand what you said. It's no quarterback that's standing out to me. I'm like, we have to get this guy here. This guy's gonna lead us into the promise. I don't see that coming out in this draft. Now, I'm not saying we don't have good quarterbacks coming out. I just don't see that guy coming here and helping to change that culture. I don't see that. Now, how you say we had a fourth rounder up for Rookie of the Year.
Right.
I'm trying to get that 5th or 6th round pick to go out here to win us 5 or 6, 7 Super Bowls, because it's been done before.
Well, it's been done once. The math is astronomically against quarterbacks that aren't first-round picks.
Hey,
astronomically
against. It doesn't matter. A guy that got drafted in the 6th round has more rings than any first round.
Right, but how many quarterbacks have been taken in the 6th round?
Doesn't matter.
Many.
Huh?
As 50 Cent would say, many men.
Many. But that doesn't matter though. That doesn't matter, because right now that one diamond in the rough is still ticking and clicking, and the best quarterback.
Yeah, but see, Joy, like I'm not in again.
Yeah,
I'm not
hope's
into
not a strategy.
Well, and like TLC said, I'm not into chasing waterfalls, man. Either.
We ain't chasing waterfalls, because you know why? Because we got a guy like Brad Holmes who has been proven,
and that's where our common ground is. Like I'm not whatever he says, I'm down with. Right. You know why? Because he's got a 4th round pick up for Rookie of the Week in the NFL, something that I've never seen here before. Never. And these are the signs, right? Because guys, like when we reset all this, we said we're looking for signs. That's a sign. Through all this, like that's a sign where we haven't seen that before. He's had one draft and he's done something that we haven't seen before. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go get your playoff tickets. I'm not saying start reserving the hotels. I don't know where the Super Bowl is.
Oh, I see something over here. Let's take a look.
Let's
pay attention, because it goes back to look at who he drafted and who is on the field. That's something to be said. Here, I'm going to give him a couple more picks. Like, think if you're investing with somebody, right? What is everybody cherish their money, and then they invest in somebody, and he makes the money. Well, you're going to invest more money with them, right? That's what Brad Holmes or Steve Yzerman or Troy Weaver or Al Avila.
Yeah, he got me a 50% return on my money.
I'm just saying, right? And then you get these.
I just hope he's not Bernie Madoff.
Well, well, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, right? There's no smoke and mirrors. But then you look down and you see we're talking about the 4th rounder that wins Rookie the week, and then we look down and you look at your 1st rounder. Oh, let's see how he's doing, because it's not like your 4th rounder is outperforming everybody else. No, your 1st rounder is grading pretty good out of position.
Right.
Anybody take that? You look at the way that they run. We mentioned Craig Reynolds. So it's a building. It's something like we were talking about. Thanks again to Robert Closio, the settlers of Catan. It's about building your settlement, and I give him more resources.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike says Xmas gift for the Woodward staffers for fish, a Floby and Windex for the fish bowl. So there you go, fish. That's what you'll be getting. So I know you're fired up about that. But yeah, we're getting to all your texts.
Fish just got his hair chirped.
Yeah. Now my question is, you think that now we talk about moving bowl games back, right? For college, this is their Super Bowl right here. This is basically what it is.
It is, right.
Now we're telling them to put this game back. Now if they're going to follow suit of the NFL, do you think in your right mind the NFL will move the Super Bowl back?
Oh, money-wise, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
The NFL will tell you that. We're like, hey, bro, we'll just chill until we can play. If we got to wait till May, we'll wait till May. We're playing this game.
And it makes you think.
I don't think they're moving. They're not moving the Super Bowl.
If they had to, they would.
No, you know why? Because it's not just the game. Right?
Yeah, but you see, I disagree. I disagree because it is the NFL.
Well, they'll do it one of two ways. You're right. They might not move it. They just might say, if you're positive, you can go ahead and play. It's up to you.
That's what it's going to be.
Sign off and play.
And that's what I'm trying to allude to right here.
Yeah,
you can have COVID, and they're not going to say anything. They're going to let you play in that game. Can you imagine if Tom Brady? Can you imagine if Tom Brady?
There's no testing on that game.
Some people say he had it last year. You heard that like undertones because he had it like the week after the Super Bowl. Some people are saying,
they said, he had it during the Super Bowl. Like, no, I got it after. Do you think really that they're not going to push the game back because everything that goes into Super Bowl, which is just not the Super Bowl, but Super Bowl week as well. So we have all these companies. You have all these companies that are putting millions and billions of dollars in just getting there, from the GQ magazine, the Nike, the Adidas, the Under Armour. All these different companies are going there to try to kind of build their brand, and they're not about to keep pushing stuff back at different venues.
Really?
Yeah, they're not.
Really? I don't know if a different venue, but I wouldn't put them to put it off 2 or 3 days or 4 days or whatever like that. And you're talking about. I know you're talking about, but they don't have the power. That we're talking about the NFL, the almighty NFL, whose commissioner makes $50 million a year. What's that tell you?
I'm starting to get on Joik's train a little bit. I think they'll just say, "Hey,
no,
we just won't test.
We just won't test."
No, they won't test. No. Coming up to it, there won't be a test the week before, or anybody will be out of it. They won't do it, right? And so I was confused because I thought it was the avocado vodka that got him.
Well, it could be. And Tev Sauce, too, says, Joik's on that Gypsy Vodka, thinking the Lions will find their own Tom Brady. But, hey, there would be a good choice if you're going to be on one. They did 50 different formulas, countless taste tests, but Gypsy's the best tasting, smoothest vodka on the market. I talk about Christmas Eve. You already know. Tonight, glass of ice, hit a Gypsy, hit another Gypsy, some lime, and away we go. Look, it's incredible. It is, folks. It's locally made in Petoskey, Michigan as well. Support local guys from the state of Michigan. We had them in the studio. Great folks to talk to. They're onto it right here with the Gypsy Vodka. I mean, obviously the cool-looking bottle, but even better than the bottle, what's inside the bottle. The vodka is a hit with me. You can try a bottle today. Ask for it by name. Gypsy Vodka. As always, drink responsibly.
Okay, you thirsty little spin goblins. I want you to pedal into the next dimension. Spin it! Spin! Spin! Uh-oh! Carmen's falling behind. Let's give her the hiss of shame. Spin! Spin! Spin till you bleed!
Don't ride the bike of shame. Come to Planet Fitness and find your own lane with tons of equipment, free fitness training, and no hissing. Join today for just $10 a month.
What's the over-under? Should I tease? Who is the lock of the night? Make sure you're watching Woodward Bets to get the latest in sports betting and more. Woodward Bets daily on Woodward Sports.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Darren McCarty, Joik Bell. My name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you all with us. That's right, Big D up in the house. Appreciate y'all chiming in on our YouTube chat thread as always. Nick says, first round draft pick looks like a hit. Second round looks good. Fourth round looks good. Anzarike certainly has played pretty well. Amon St. Brown up for Rookie of the Week. I would say Aleem McNeil has been good. And look, guys, like when I say good, I say people that contribute. Because not every single draft pick is going to be a Pro Bowl player. And when you look at it on a good football team, not every single player is a Pro Bowler. I just need guys that, play and contribute and are, on the team in 3 years. That's helpful. Because when you look at Super Bowl teams, the large percentage of them, homegrown.
Have to be.
They're homegrown.
You nailed it. We talk about it all the time, but your draft capital,
every sport
salary
too.
cap, everything like that. But you got to build from the inside, and then you got to caveat it with pieces on the outside. I mean, you look at our championships, mostly homegrown guys,
and you
bringing in caveats.
People would talk about how the Red Wings were like the Yankees of the NHL, but go across the board on that. The Isermans. The Lidströms,
Fedorovs, Kozlovs,
traded for Draper early on.
Right, myself, like a Marty Lapointe.
Yep.
Chris Osgood, the Dandenos, the guy, the Datsuks, the Zetterbergs, the guys that have came in and sort of did the job that needed to be done and carry on that tradition. Now you need people along the way, to come on in, but that's the basis is right there. You can run up the chute. And a lot of times, too, is that you consider Drapes, even though he was drafted and traded, but right at the beginning, same with sort of Maltz after, a year in or not even a year into the league. So really developed identity here, and that's what we all did, and that's what you try to carry over, and that's what the culture that you try to bleed to them these days, and it's about that effort and playing for each other.
No, it is, and that's really going to be the ticket to move forward. Detroit Dabber 313 says, grabbed some Gypsy vodka last weekend. I was definitely impressed. I'm usually a Tito's guy, and it was noticeably better. And I'll tell you this, I've always been Team Tito's until we got involved with Gypsy here. I'm with you, man. It is. It's pretty good. And I'm just being real. I just tell you guys, what I think, and obviously there's some other people in there. What's that?
I don't drink, but the guy said the Gypsy with that burner hit hard.
Damn, the Verners, huh?
Yeah.
That's too much sugar for me.
I'm
on that club soda.
But you can get the zero sugar burner.
No, it's still chemically created sweeteners, Joik. Any way you break it down, you know what I'm saying? In much the same NCAA bowl legislation. So you can lobby the FDA and have your stuff called a different name, reclassified other than sugar, and still throw it in there. So.
Oh, that's what they do. Okay. I'm sorry.
Every angle is figured out everywhere, Joik. It just is. Where was it here? Joey 2 times. Anzarike, McNeil have been okay, not worth the draft capital, though. I would say they've been all right. I mean, I guess we have different definitions of what we were looking for. For me, Joey, the bar was so low that any contribution off a second or third or a fourth round pick was house money to me. I was just looking to go in a positive direction. So, I don't know. Again, that depends on your definition, I guess you would say. So, Lions, Falcons, Sunday at 5 o'clock. I'll be on the pregame show. We will be NO Tools at Royal Oak. We'll be getting it on myself, Braylon Edwards. We'll be out there. Also, Adam Jade from WRIF and more will host it for you, and that'll be simulcast on Woodward Sports and 101.1 WRIF. That's brought to you by Jose Cuervo. And don't forget about the post-game show as well. Live from the Brass Rail downtown. Stick and Anson will be out there. They'll start broadcasting at the 2-minute warning after every Lions game. DJs, drinks, Woodward Sports VIP section, and more. Make sure you stop by after every Lions home game at the Brass Rail Detroit. But Lions, Falcons, it's sounding more and more like Jared Goff will not be a go. So it's Tim Boyle time, man. Mr. August, Tim Boyle. Adam's in the house right now. What up, Adam?
What up?
How you living?
You want to see Boyle, or would you rather see Blau?
Oh, man, Boyle is garbage. Blau. Give me Blau.
I said Blau the other day as well. They said, well, Tim Boyle's going to be the one starting. I said, I want to see Blau. At this point,
I've seen Blau before.
I know you have.
Many times.
All right, we've seen Tim Boyle as well. I'd rather have Blau out there, man. I'm just saying.
Well, you know what? I take that back. I would rather have Blau, too, now that you think about it.
Exactly. Think about it. Think about it.
Think about it now.
Right.
No, I guess I would rather see Blau out there because, you know what my goal is. And there's no margin for error. Now we got to sit back, too, and wait. The Jaguars have the Jets. So it's going to be a big scoreboard watching Sunday, Joik.
Oh, yeah. Because right now, so the Jets are in front of us right now, right?
The Jets got, 3 wins, I think it is?
And the Jags are at 2?
2, yeah.
And so we need them to win this game so we can move forward.
Right. So it's a big weekend.
And they do got,
but you can't look
Bevel
past.
now. They're going to play for Bevel. Now, I heard nothing but good things about Bevel now. They love Bevel down there.
You know, it's funny. I always hear that all the time. They're always like, everyone loves Bevel.
Everybody loves Bevel. I mean, he's
except GMs that hire coaches. They don't seem to like him for some reason. But whatever.
But you know what? This is good for him, right? Because now we can see the players. We can see what he can do with this team for the rest of this season, right? And if he does well, you never know what could happen. He might get the opportunity. It didn't happen here in Detroit, but it might happen down there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But it becomes a big weekend of scoreboard watching for the Lions. But, Joik, you can't look past doing your job if you're the Lions. And your job is to go to Atlanta and lose. That's your job. You control the controllable.
If they play the way they played
Mr.
last
Nice Guy, there he comes.
You know what it is, though?
He's thinking about you guys.
And you're looking at the numbers. You're looking at the graphic of how we've been playing. This is the game where
it takes a dip.
It takes a dip because we just played really, really well this past week, and so we'll see what happens this week. It's just how the season's been going. It's like a big roller coaster, and now this is a team that we have the talent to go down there and beat. But are we going to go down there and play at their play down to our competition, or at this point play up to our competition? But we have to secure that number 1 spot. We have to secure it. But
Joik's on board.
I've been on board for it. Like after week 8, I've been on board with it. Once we had no hope for the playoffs and that 10-7, I honestly thought we were going to win 4 games at least. I honestly thought that, but I'm happy with this 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, because I said 4. And the Falcons is actually one of the games I had us winning. Right? This is one of the games I had us winning, I believe, at the beginning of the season. So I guess we'll see what happens.
You know what I love, though, is just guys getting opportunities. And it's unfortunate Jared Jacobs got hurt, but you look at A.J. Parker, you look at Charles Harris, you look at your boy Craig, Netflix, Reynolds, different guys getting opportunity to step up. So we're all saying it's great because then you can know you might have some diamonds in the rough moving forward, but play well, but just not too well. You need that, and all you're asking for is lock up that lower pick. See, I'm not really that worried.
Lose with dignity. Lose with dignity. So give a valiant effort, but fail.
But again, so you got to be more confident if Goff is out of the lineup from the way he's played since the break. So
he's I think in the last 3 weeks quarterback ranking he's like number 5 in the league.
5.
Yeah, like Mahomes and Stafford, and there's Jared Goff up there with those guys. I don't need that in my life right now. I don't need that at all.
No, you don't need anybody on any top 10 list. So he's just getting hard. I told you, air yards over 10. Look out.
Rob Topping says put Jack Fox under center.
Jack Fox.
Travis, can we just run the Wildcat all game long?
Jumbo up to
Joey 2 times follows up. We're talking about the draft discussion. He says because Holmes could have taken players with a larger impact than rotational defensive tackles with premium draft capital. And Joey, I would say, you could go back and cherry pick every draft. You know what I'm saying? You could go back and say, I should have took that guy, And I do. I get what you're saying. I do. But this team is to the point where rotational defensive line guys even have an impact because it's so barren. And again, I just want guys that will contribute. Maybe next year we'll start to get cuter with it for me. I needed a baseline. And I get what you're saying. I do. I understand that. JGB says McNeil makes more of an impact than Williams does. And it's for. He talks about, too, what McNeil does against the other team's run game. And, Joy, that's something I do want to ask you about this before we cut to the break. Because those run-stuffing defensive linemen, and when you guys were good in 14, historically good against the run. Not Lions good.
No. It was
historically good.
NFL.
Like historically, like in the NFL.
It was historically good for the Lions, obviously. But NFL,
I mean, historically good for the NFL.
Yeah.
Those dudes are never in the stat sheet. But they take up 2 guys, and that's where it all starts.
That's where it all starts. And when we started the draft, and guys were upset because our first 3 picks were all linemen. You had Penei Sewell, and you had the 2 D linemen coming in, and so they thought, like, why are we doing this? Because that's how you win games. This is how you win games in the trenches. And we talk about the trenches all the time. D-Mac, you were in the trenches throwing them blows. Like guys like you, guys like those guys, they don't get a lot of notoriety, but these guys are influential in us winning games and us being successful in the run game or stopping the run. And then also they play a big part in the defensive backfield as well, because you can take the linebackers out of the blitzing equation because you're getting enough pressure on the quarterback along with just your 4-down lineman. And so what people don't understand is how crucial that is in the game. And
because there's no metric for it.
It's not. There's
no fantasy stat for it. That's the problem.
What kind of stat can you get?
I know.
Except for sacks,
right.
tackle for loss, and most of the time they're not going to get those because they're taking on 2 blockers and
the guy behind them reaps the benefits.
Right in the line, and that's why our linebackers are so good because of our D line.
Anybody else wish they just mic'd the ground? Like underneath, and like so you just hear, because that's how you'd hear is like, what's the conversation? Are guys just MFing each other for offensive line, deep? Is it because I gotta imagine like you're butting heads every play.
I talk
the big guy, and like it's just got to be constant talk. Some guys don't talk, and
do the linemen talk a lot or no?
The linemen don't talk, but I remember I have a clip of me. I only jarred off with really one team. And that's the team I respected the most, but I also hated the most as well. It was the Green Bay. And so you see, it's a clip right after we were playing Sunday Night Football, and it was a TV timeout, and one of the D linemen said something. It was like 3 of them. I walked up to all 3 of them. We were like jawing off right, and you see my offensive line kind of walking behind me. Just like nothing's about to happen. And so it's kind of that, how. You're walking home from school by yourself. You see a group of guys. You're like, okay, I'm cool. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna go this way. But when you got your boys with you, you'll walk past them because now you got your boys
across the street, walking in front of them.
So it was good times. It was a good time. I used to like drawing off a little bit to the D lineman on the other team. It was. I loved it, man. I love the trenches. I love getting in there. I love getting what we call those bloody runs when you got to, put your head down and run, and you come out, nose might be a little bloody. I used to love those bloody runs, 2 or 3 yards. Loved it.
On our YouTube chat, the Tribe has my favorite line: Lions versus Atlanta, otherwise known as the Scalpers' Day Off. There's no ticket scalping going on outside the Georgia Dome that day. I was telling you guys about the Bulls where the price keeps going down. That's how the ticket scalpers are working that day. You walk up to someone saying you want tickets, somebody else who has tickets for sale comes over and says, well, I'll give them to you for $50. I'll give them to you for $40. I've had that happen before back in the day. So, yeah, the Scalpers' Day Off, certainly that is the case. When we come back, I just want to take a real quick look at the NFL playoff picture because I love these types of things. And then we're going ham on the Christmas discussion in hour number 2. Greatest gift you guys ever got. What do y'all got going on for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day? The best holiday food? Is Christmas a turkey or a ham holiday? All of it. It's all on the table. We're going to cut it up about Christmas. We're going to check the NFL playoff positioning. Then we're going a deep dive on the Christmas holiday. It's Christmas Eve, the GOAT day of the holiday season. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
Big D.
Thank you, Detroit. Because of your generous donations, this year's Stuff a Studio was a massive success. With the help from our friends at Meyer, Guardian Alarm, and people like you, we were able to send a massive U-Haul filled with toys to Mott Children's Hospital.
I'm aware thought it was pretty cool, but more importantly, my daughter had surgery at Mott back in about 2005 for brain surgery. They did a miraculous job for her. As a matter of fact, she's graduated from Michigan State on Saturday.
Oh,
You could never.
Hey, go green, right?
Thank thank you. And we really want to thank you. I know we're standing in front of this very large building, but when you look up, this building is full right now with a lot of sick kids that are going to be here through the holidays. And this team is amazing to make sure that they can at least smile during the holidays. And what you guys have done for us, we'll make sure that we're bringing that magic into their hospital room. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Woodward Sports. Missed part of the show today? Watch again on YouTube or download the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Santa Rally, they call it. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Joik Bell in the captain's chair. Happy you all are with us. We got Sam over there in the fishbowl. Sawyer's on the ones and twos. We're getting it in. You'll all be getting it in here for the holiday season coming up this evening, I would imagine. Divine Legend said, throwing games to get the first pick makes me nauseous. It's a habit that kills players' development. And Divine, look, I've qualified this before. If it's your first time or first couple times listening to the show, I'll back it up for you real quick. I got no problem explaining myself. I'm not saying you throw games. Players got to make a living, man. Players need contracts. Players need stats to get contracts. They need to play well to get contracts. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying lose.
What's wrong with you? But explain that. How do you lose and still play well?
Because you put out a lineup that's not capable of winning. You know what I'm saying?
So
kind of like what you said.
No, you put the odds and you put a lineup out there that it
puts the odds in your favor to lose.
Aren't in your favor. Now, in the long run, see, it's all about the development, and you see what the losing did not bury these guys. We used to watch Dan Campbell, and it will continue because we're only on 14, but he come to that press conference, and he looked defeated for weeks, right? Wearing on him, looked tired, down. He needed that win to get him back on track. Now that he got the win for the rest of the year, all we're saying is set yourself up for success down the road. And you can do that because you're getting a look at some of these young guys, but just don't, that's why you're saying Goff don't play, better for us.
Better for us,
because we know what Boyle or Blau can do.
Yeah. So
I can't.
Because Joik flipped me on that. I want David Blau to be the quarterback too. Because I've seen enough to know that going off
you like Tim Boyle better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
And the bottom line through all this, and bottom line 2 to 4 right here on Woodward Sports Network. The bottom line in all this is if David Blau or Tim Boyle are playing quarterback for you, you ain't winning anyway. So why I never understood why everybody gets all worked up about that.
So JGB said Stafford did for 12 years, Joik. Is he talking about in the trenches? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
JGB, what are you talking about? Try to get us a championship? Now, he hasn't tried to get us a championship under this new regime, right? Because we've seen time and time again that wherever Stafford goes or whoever receivers he has on this team, he's going to make them better. Cooper Kupp, like you said, has always been Cooper Kupp, but he's never played this well.
No.
Right? We talk about, Stafford, when he was here, take it easy on Goff because he had Kenny Golladay, he had Marvin Jones. Well, what are they doing now without Matthew Stafford?
Not playing here.
Right, they're not playing. They're not playing here. But their numbers aren't the same as when they had Matthew Stafford.
I think it all goes to everything has to play in. It's like an ingredient. It goes with the play caller. We were talking about earlier about Darrell Bevell or whatever. There's a combination of guys. We see it with Josh Reynolds come in from his time spent with Jared Goff in LA. There's a familiarity. So there's the whole package of everything working out. Now, Cooper Kupp staying healthy and playing that slot receiver like Edelman and stuff like this with the targets that he has. Robert Woods going down for them
helped a lot,
right? Helps a lot too. So it's the fact that his availability is why he's been able to show up.
Okay, JGB cleared it up. He said, kind of to your point, Neil,
played well and
still lost for 12 years. Quickest quarterback to 40,000 yards. Still lost.
Juice's Ghost is on my level. He explains it pretty eloquently. I think says play to win the game, but embrace the Lions' luck when it comes through.
It depends on how you keep. It depends on you individually how you keep score. Are you a championships guy? Are you a wins guy? Or are you a stats guy? And what order do they fall in? And like I'm saying, some guy might be 13% stats and 27. Just be honest with yourself of what you value more than anything.
Absolutely.
I value rings, just so anybody wants to know.
J.K. Hindenburg says, this show sucks. Well, J.K., tell me how it can be better. You go ahead and fire off how it can be better. Let me know what you think. Whatever tips you have, please share them with us. And, I'll try to work it in there for you. Try to change your mind a little bit, I guess.
But thanks for watching.
But thanks for watching
and
anyway.
Commenting, taking your time.
And being
Hit the
involved.
like button while you're at it, bud. It's the only way we can get
Hey, JK,
better.
on your way out, can you smash that like button for us? The NFL playoff picture. I'm always a sucker for this. It's like the projected bowl matchups. I'm a big fan of that. Let's take a look and see what we got popping right now. As it sits, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers are the 1 seeds. That's how your playoff wild card round would look if you're watching on the YouTube channel. If you're listening on the radio, I'll break it down for you real quick. Patriots, the 2 seed against Buffalo, the 7 seed. Titans, the 3 seed against the Chargers, the 6 seed. And the Bengals at the 4 seed against the 5 seed Indy Colts on the AFC side. Yeah, Sawyer's fired up back there. Big Colts guy. On the NFC side, the number 2 seed Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Against the 7 seed Minnesota Vikings. Well, somebody's got to win that game. So if that game plays itself out, I will be laughing hard on Monday after that because they'll say whoever wins, whether it's Dak or if it's Kirk Cousins, they'll say they finally got over the hump in the playoffs when one of them has to win. 3 seed Buccaneers hosting the 6 seed San Francisco 49ers and the 4 seed Cardinals hosting the 5 seed Rams. I think that matchup's going to flip because the Rams are going to run down the Cardinals in the division. The Cardinals are broken. And they're taking on water in December like they do every December. So tell me, guys, you got a couple minutes left in the segment. What jumps out at you, Joik, when you look at those matchups? What's one you got to see?
No, it's not my matchups. I'm surprised to see Titans at the 3rd seed right now, losing one of their star players and still holding on and playing well. I want to see what they do. I think this will be a good opportunity to see what they made out of and show like we're not just one person, but we can get the ball around. We got people stepping up. That's the game that I'm looking at.
Man, Buffalo, does that I know it's Belichick and stuff like this, but I mean it's sort of to me that if they can get right to what I was told they were and what I was told to expect out of them, and they're battling consistency, because of the inconsistency of Mac Jones, I think that and Derrick Henry being hurt, I think that it's right now if I had to pick, I'd say Green Bay faces Buffalo. I like their path, just from what I've seen, if they can get right. You know what I'm saying? If they can get right. And then Indianapolis is always, if Carson Wentz is right, they're always dangerous because they always have that playing hard D, and obviously with Jonathan Taylor. So,
well, I always look at, for me, the Colts, they got that matchup you want, playing the Bengals. And I think on the NFC side, the Rams got that matchup you want in playing the Cardinals. Because those are 2 teams that have to prove it. And they know that they have to prove it.
Is it the matchup that they want or the matchup you want?
If I'm them, that's the matchup I want. That's who I want to play. I mean, if you could pick any of those teams to play, who would you want to play? I know I'd want to play the Bengals. Out of all those teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
And if you look at the NFC,
you're right.
I'm cool. I'm cool with playing the Vikings more than cool with playing the Vikings.
Vikings all day
long. But I'm cool with playing the Cardinals too, and I would be cool with playing the Cowboys.
Well, because especially after what we saw, and you don't believe them, you're really good at calling the collapse. Did you call Rome?
No, I wasn't around then. Yeah.
Oh, nice. But
Maz, I'll have to ask if Maz saw that one coming.
I was just going to go there. I'm glad you did. But yeah, no, it's interesting. But I would like to see. So, is that who you want the Rams to have to go through Arizona? You want to see that matchup?
No, I want the Rams out. Like I want them. I want them to lose.
Okay.
I want
Draft
them out.
Capital.
But yeah,
I forgot.
You mean you know what it is?
Lose with compassion or whatever you said.
Lose with a valiant effort. Lose with dignity.
Lose with dignity. I do like that line.
Yeah. Lose with dignity.
Let me see, where was it? Okay, all right, so our guy J.K. Henneberg responds. He says, sure, never lose on purpose. It's bad advice for any team. J.K., I'll go back to it. I'm not saying lose on purpose.
You're just saying lose.
I'm just saying lose. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying lose on purpose. I'm saying you put the lineup out there that the chances favor you to lose. Because it goes on, J.K. Like, I love the people that think that this stuff doesn't happen. It happens.
And the thing is that if they win, with what you've talked about, they've won in other ways, also lost in the draft game, which in the long run might affect them, but they won in the short run with finding out, like we're seeing now, signing different guys. Craig, I mentioned guys, AJ Parker, Charles Harris. Guys resurrect their career opportunity.
I don't. So I'm looking at Joey two-time. I'm looking at these guys probably on average. I don't know what the on average is, but they talk about different positions, right? They're talking about how the D line is the least value position on defense, where I'll play with the guy who at the time when he played was the highest paid player in NFL history, who played defensive tackle in the Dominican Sue at one point in time. And so I'm not going to say they're undervalued. I'm not going to say that because they definitely and they try to compare it to how RBs are, I guess, devalued on the offensive side, but it's not even close. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I don't see guys getting paid that type of money nowadays. Not since where they didn't have the salary cap on the rookie contracts.
Right.
When Reggie Bush came in, he signed those big deals. Right. But now the NFL is so wishy-washy on how they feel about running back. They're so hot and cold. Or we want to pay this guy. We don't want to pay this guy. At this point, man, we just have to go find a new career.
Well, yeah, and man, what would you want to do if you wanted to be in a field that's still in demand and always essential?
Always. I'll probably go into the heating and cooling industry.
That sounds like a good call.
It is. It really is, because growing up, I used to have to open up the oven to turn the oven on to heat up the house, and now I don't have to do that. I can just call Northwestern Tech. Hey, to learn more about Northwestern Tech, go to northwesterntech.edu. I'm Joyke Bell. That's Neil Rule. That's D-Mac. And this is Big D Energy. Stay tuned.
Big D. Fellas, football season is here. It's time to make your grooming experience easy like Sunday morning. Get to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Get to Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Our sports. We just wish they'd love us back. Detroit sports for Detroit sports fans. Woodward Sports.
Rule, Darren McCarty, Joyke Bell, happy to have you guys along with us today. YouTube chat thread, you want to tap in, feel free to fire away on that. Harley says, I love this show. It's awesome and funny. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Do enjoy interacting. Tev Sauce 2 says,
love it.
Tev Sauce 2 says JK is Jalen Green's best friend. No, that's not the case. JK's in the show. He's giving it a spin. I welcome you in, man. We can disagree here. That's fine. We're adults. Educated adults, man.
I was just going to break it down when he said this show sucks, but I mean, he's got a valid. Neil means lose to lose, but you have to stick around all the time because you've said this all along. Because he's about draft capital. He'll change his tune to win when that draft pick is locked.
When the job is done.
When the job is done for the end of the year.
Like Kobe Bryant said.
That's all it is. But guys, I know what I want for Christmas more than anything.
I want them to like the post, like this on YouTube. Go on YouTube and like this. That's what you want for Christmas?
I don't really care about that, Joy. I care about my back. Can I get a gosh darn it chair in here that Tom Mazaway hasn't? How long? Like, seriously, it's been a year. I mean, the joke's over. Please, for Christmas, can we get one that works? And why did they take the tape off it? I taped it up. It looked all good. They undid it and stuff. Now I'm going to sit here. My back's going to go out. I'm going to be grumpy the rest of the show.
Well,
Thanks, Maz.
Hey. Anyway, let's warm it up in here. Let's talk holidays.
Hey, Ryan, be careful when you come and sit in this chair later on. You're going to be very uncomfortable, bro. Lucky you're a jolly, jolly fella. Ryan Armani, Braylon Edwards, catching Bottom Line today, 2 to 4, Woodward Sports Network.
Great drop.
Harley, hey, D-Mac. Harley wanted to say, hey, D-Mac, want to say thank you for signing my brother. You went to meet him October 9th at Pro Sports Zone at Laurel Park Mall.
Oh, Johnny U.
Yep.
There it is.
So,
go see him.
Yeah.
Great spot.
So there you go. Did want to talk holidays though,
Yay.
and there's a whole bunch of different
rifle.
angles here. You know, we have a best of show tomorrow. Make sure you stick around after the show. I saw somebody in the YouTube chat thread said they love Ballin' with Bell. Ballin' with Bell today. Bonus content coming up right here on the same YouTube channel after the conclusion of Big D Energy. So make sure you tap in for that. Joe, who are you breaking down on the show?
I like it.
Oh, you know what? I'm breaking down a guest that we're bringing on next week. A guy that I really, I'm becoming a fan. He's quickly becoming a fan favorite. I love his career. It reminds me of somebody I know or somebody that I once knew. And his career is very similar. Small school guy, practice squad, get pulled up, playing well, and he's making a big name for himself. And they just signed him to a 1-year deal here in Detroit with Craig Reynolds. So I want to break down one of his runs from the Broncos game and kind of show the people on why we're signing this guy and why I like him. You know, he's a big back, runs hard, reminds me a lot of myself when I play. And if you guys didn't catch it, his career kind of reminds me of mine. Didn't get my first NFL carry to my 3rd year in the NFL. And I want to break him down, man. I mean, he's a very talented running back. And I'm excited to see how they use him in the future and see what they want to do with him. So I'm going to have him on Tuesday. So make sure you guys tap in on Tuesday. He'll be in. And make sure you tap in after the show. Go to YouTube. You'll be able to see the Ballin' with Bell of me breaking them down.
And here, quick question, preview or whatever.
Great.
Is there something one thing right now, top of your head, since you've watched him, any advice you'd say to him, or something that you just out of the quickness, like we're in practice, or something like that that you notice, or something?
No, actually, his vision is good.
Do you see comparables in you? If I say that,
yeah. So one thing that I would say for him, he had one play where it was a right cut. It was a right cut. He saw it, hit it now. Sometimes you might want to press the hole a little bit longer because if you hit the hole now, by the time, if you're like 3 yards or 4 or 5 yards away from that hole, it'll close. So you want to kind of, stay as close to that, let the play develop. But he hit it, got, I think, about 7, 8 yards, so it was a good run. But, you might stay a little bit more clean for you if you just, because if you commit too soon, that linebacker can jump across and kind of fill that gap. But if you let the play develop, give the offensive lineman more time to get to that second block, that second level, then boom. Because there's always a lot of double teams that's working up to that linebacker from a D lineman. So that would be my only advice. But other than that, though, his vision is good. He's hitting the right hole. He's running hard. He's breaking tackles. He's beating guys in the open field, not letting the first guy beat him. And so I know you're trying to get yourself together. Man. I know you're trying to get your back together over there, D-Mac. But I know you don't care about likes. Well, I care about likes. Go down here. You like this on the YouTube.
It don't matter. I'll ask a few times and then I'm done. I don't beg anybody for anything. But my thing is, welcome to the next level. I'm saying as the athlete, because now you are Fred Jackson. So make sure you tell them about the hot and cold tub, bro.
Yeah.
But you are the veteran sort of guy that can show different things like that. Yeah. And that's, what I cherish now in anything that, like, as far as the game. And it's more the mental stuff that you're talking about, the patience and teaching these younger guys, relax, be in there. It's that, the two bulls at the top, the mom or the father and the son bull, and all the cows are down there, and son says, "Dad, let's go," and he goes, "Let's run, come on, we'll get one." And Dad goes, "No, son, we're just gonna joint bellet down there real smooth, got a nice cut, and we're gonna get all them cows."
Well, and one thing he does that's similar to me, what we call, a lot of guys don't do this, but shallow cuts. He doesn't waste too much time. Trying to stop, jump cut, and spin, and it's like a real subtle kind of slide step to the side, just enough to get past the defender.
Slide.
Right, and then when it's time to put down his head and go get those tough yards, he's willing to do that too. He's, I think, as he continues to play this game, he'll continue to kind of develop as a running back and realize, okay, I'm just going to do just enough to get to the next level, or just enough to win. Right, and so there's a lot of things that he's learning, and I'm pretty sure his coach is going to be teaching him a lot as well. And so I'm excited to sit back and just kind of watch him grow as an athlete. And when we have him on the show, I'll let him know that whenever he has any questions, reach out to me.
Absolutely. But Craig Reynolds will be the subject of Ballin' with Bell today. Make sure you stick around after the show. As we said, Christmas Eve, the greatest day of the entire holiday season for me because, as I said, it's all the vibe, but it's none of the responsibility. Unlike Christmas Eve, where you start to feel that pressure cooker a little bit. But I did want to get into the discussion and pose a question to all of you out there. Certainly fire away. If you're on the YouTube chat thread, what's the greatest holiday gift you ever got? Going back to being a kid and everything like that. And, there's some spin-off discussions of this, like the magic of Christmas, all that type of stuff. But we'll go to you guys, start here in the studio, D-Mac. What's the greatest holiday gift that you received?
Well, I got my top three, right? And the first one was, I think it was 5 years old, and it was a Mr. microphone that attached to the stereo. That was a gift that had to stay at the grandparents. But since then, I've never met a microphone I didn't like. So that was one of them. Number two was I was a big Star Wars guy, so I got the Chewbacca Millennium Falcon.
That's big time.
Or the Millennium Falcon, yeah, the big time. And I got a Chewbacca stuffed animal. That was a bigger one. So I love that. But my number one all time, I think I was 10 years old, A-Team race car set. Okay? Where you'd have the A-Team van and the cop car and you'd be racing around, but you hold them all down. They do 360s and go the other way so you could smash them and stuff.
Like the slot car track?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
with the guns and stuff like this. So that was ultimate. For me, it was always, and my thing is who's present or whose gift did you look forward to the most? For me, it was my grandma and grandpa's because they always bought the best gifts.
Matt Carey said Rose Bowl tickets by far my favorite Christmas gift. Discipler 22, Joe Dumar's rookie basketball card that was autographed. Machiavelli Sucks says Red Wings jersey and first hockey stick and creepy crawlers, of course. What do you got, Joik? What was a favorite Christmas gift you ever got?
I think I was a kid. I had to be about 11 or 12, and my mom had got me a TV, a DVD player, and I think a PlayStation. And I was like, oh, I'm great. Yeah, I'm never leaving my room again. And so I had all that, and I was like, I had the games with, I had the game day. I had the game day, the college football game. I had, do you remember Game Breaker?
Oh, yeah. NCAA
you remember
Game Breakers?
Yeah, NCAA Game Breaker. So I would play those two games. And I was more of a game day, the Game Breaker. It was, but I liked them both, and I had to put my Sega Genesis away. I had the Sega Genesis, and I had put that away because I got that on another Christmas. That was another big thing for me. I would play Sonic. I would play Sonic, and that was the only game I had on it was Sonic. The only game I had. And
you became a king at Sonic.
Oh yeah, I became a king. Except when I got to that last board, and I had to play you had to play like the last board 3 times in order to win it. I don't know if you remember that, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Lions Rumble, the white heat BMX bike I got back in the day. BMX bikes were always strong. I remember people said that. Lee Key Sr., the 4 Tyco slot car track, the 4x8 4 Tyco slot car. So there's a lot of slot car track love out there as well. Let me see here. What was it? Matt Carrier said second favorite was my first motorcycle. Well, I sent it to Sawyer, actually, as a matter of fact. The greatest gift of all time. When I was a kid, 8 into 10, 11, big hockey guy.
Wheelhouse.
Big hockey guy was my thing. And this was it right here.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
the
that.
Steiga rod hockey game. And why this one was so special.
Because the guy went behind the net.
The guy went behind the net, and it was mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
You never had the dead spots.
I'll say best Christmas gift that I gifted myself was a bubble hockey game.
And that's
the big stand-up bubble hockey machine, which... Oh, did the big boss man leave yet? Because we should get one of those in here.
We
should find one of those. That would be those bubble hockey games. We used to have one at the hangar right before we fly out. Oh, guys would get there right after practice, half hour before they'd have to be on the flight just to play tournaments and stuff like this.
Absolutely, and that's where I got the love for it. Where I got the love for it was playing in Major Magics and Chuck E. Cheese and all that stuff. I know everybody says this. I got very, very good at bubble hockey.
Oh, it
and
looks
then,
like there's a challenge in place.
Oh, absolutely. And then conversely, I got very, very good with the Steiga game. And look, like you get it, and my sister was like 4 years younger than me, so she would like have an attention span to do it for like 5 minutes. So then I would set it up and practice passing and things like that, and practice shooting.
Yeah.
I got very, very good. But you know what else it had on there too? Was when the puck went in the net, it hit this little lever, and the goal light turned on behind the net. I mean, it was,
man, you were
it was
big
incredible.
time in that.
It was incredible.
How long did that last?
Oh, I had that about 3 years.
So
D-Mac, I got good at it.
No, because here's
good.
because going back before Joik was born, you know, the initial, remember you'd have the stand-up guy and it'd be almost like a paper thing guy, and we used to take those off and switch teams, and everybody'd have their team, and you put your player out and you could mark your guy up because there was only a plastic figurine.
Thanks for
and
making me
stuff
feel
like
young
that.
again. So this was before the late 1900s.
Yeah,
No, it was in the prime of the late 1900s.
Like in the 70s.
It was like the late 70s, early 80s, 90s.
Harley says my favorite
Late
Christmas
80s.
present when I got tickets to WrestleMania 23 in 2006. I was out there for that too. That was a good time.
Hey, you know what? You know what? It doesn't matter though. And Joy brought it up earlier because that got me thinking. Because you're now that the kids are getting older and they're brushing their teeth by themselves, and showering by themselves, and wanting to go get their hairs done.
Yeah.
Get their hairs done, guys. Let's be honest. We like simple stuff. So all you young men out there, and all you old men, and any of you men, it's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You just walk in, you sign in, you sit down. Before you know it, you are handsome and clean. They got TVs all around. Great time. Even get the King's treatment. You'll be here forever. We were looking over there watching people get their hair massaged and washed on this Christmas Eve. You can do it too. You can get the Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Why? It's wicked awesome. Happy Christmas Eve here from Big D Energy. Neil Rule, Joy Bell, Darren McCarty. Big back on Woodward Sports Network. See you in a minute.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Opinions are like ear holes, and we're putting ours in yours.
Well, that's not winning, Joy.
It's Woodward Sports.
Coming on the stretch here, Christmas Eve, the best of all the holiday days, all the vibe, all the Christmas vibe, none of the responsibility. Neil Rule, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Joik Bell here in the house. Sam is in the fishbowl, and Sawyer's in the ones and twos room.
With that, do you have a busy day ahead? Because, you know, people are saying, like, why isn't Neil on this Christmas Eve with no responsibilities, not showing the people how he does the cocktailing? Maybe before his pick, just to see whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, there's only. I mean, I can only read what I can read. It's I'm on our OnlyFans page, by the way.
No, because I took care of the shopping yesterday because we host Christmas Eve.
You got no responsibility.
We host Christmas Eve at our house.
Have a couple nipples on that.
So we host Christmas Eve at our house, right? So we do the full on, and my wife's family is 100% Italian. Parents from Italy, all that stuff. So we do the 7 fish thing. Like the religious 7 fish.
Yeah.
We go all the way. The shrimp, the fish, the salmon, all of it. I mean, it's a massive cooking undertaking. It is. Now, I don't execute the cooking except for the grill part of it. I'll grill the salmon. I'll grill the shrimp as well. That's my angle. The grill stuff I got. I'm responsible for that. But that shopping, you know, that biscuit's in the basket already. I did that yesterday after I left here. That's all ready to roll. Tonight, we're cool. We're cool. It's got to clean up the house a little tomorrow before everyone comes, and that's it. But we are talking the best Christmas gift you guys ever got. I got to get Sam's take over there in the fishbowl. Sam, what's the best Christmas gift you ever got?
When I was about 9 years old, I actually got a PlayStation back when PlayStations were a thing, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
was a thing. It is.
Well, like
thing.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
PlayStation 1. And that was like the greatest thing ever. And still, I was 9 years old. I'm 30 now. Haven't got a Christmas gift as good since. I've
And-
had
and
some
you
good
won't.
ones.
Yeah.
I probably won't. No.
Tony Hawk racking up those points with all the
With the
tricks
ollie
and
kickstand.
stuff.
Those are the
Ollie
best.
kickstands going right
Yeah.
down.
I still play every once in a while.
There he is.
As you should, Sam.
As you
As
should,
you
Sam.
should.
Let's go over to the man, the offensive lineman of the show, Sawyer. What's the best one you ever got,
Security
Sawyer?
guard.
I don't know how old I was, but I was probably like maybe 4 or 5, and like waking up on Christmas morning, you run down to the TV or like where the Christmas tree is, and there was a Nintendo GameCube already hooked up to the TV, and then my mom had strategically put all the games around the Christmas tree, so we had to like find them.
Man.
Oh, it was great. And then another
Hooked up
one's
to the
probably
TV already, Joey?
PlayStation
You
4,
know what it is,
hooked
man.
to the TV.
How do we,
it was
hey,
serious.
You know what
I
it
want
is?
to be a part of the bench family.
You're not lying. And so that's pretty awesome.
Here's a question. Here, related. Christmas morning tradition growing up or in your household now? Because our tradition was that there would be a stocking or whatever it was that you put out in your room or on your bed or whatever like that you could sit in your room or whatever. But my parents had a strict time, put like 7 o'clock or whatever like this, because we'd be up at 4, my sister and I, 4:30, 5. So they'd pawn you off, and I always loved my stockings because there'd always be like stuff that was put in there to keep you occupied. But that was the most like exciting stuff. And then to look and see all the presents under the tree, and you're looking from afar because if you have a sibling, there's and a boy and girl, there's this package is this, and before you're even looking, you're looking who's got the biggest package, and then you're looking to see, and then you're counting them, who's got more, right?
All that stuff that matters when you're a kid.
Does that still matter?
Oh, yeah, I would guess so.
To the kids and
I would
stuff?
guess so. My
How did it
wife's
work?
very strict about we gotta get the same number of gifts for all of them and stuff like that. But whatever. On a YouTube chat thread, Juices goes, I got the Millennium Falcon 1 year. But listen to this chaser though. I got the Full Metal Voltron, which was awesome. You talk when you get Voltron into the equation, that's big time. Rack
What
says,
do you do? What's your tradition? Tradition. Like for Christmas Eve,
Well, Christmas Eve, like I said, everyone comes over our house.
Just every year?
Yeah, every year we do it that way. And then we do the big blowout meal and all that kind of stuff. And then the next day we do Christmas. We'll go to her parents' house because they eat early, like around 1 o'clock. Like we'll get up, do the gifts and all that stuff. We'll go to her parents' house and eat at like 1. Then we'll go to my parents' house at like 6, and then we'll eat again. But here's the rub. And I do want to spin into this. Like my daughter's 6. My boys are teenagers now, so we all know what that means. In case you've got kids in the car or whatever right now, we all know what that means. We'll speak in tongues right now. My daughter's 6, and this is the first year that it's hitting me where, like, my boys are teenagers, but she's still 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, you see the end of that on the
Welcome
horizon.
to kayfabe, my friend.
And it's sad, man. Like, it is like
Why
that,
is it
like
sad?
because like the Christmas magic,
Wait,
all that.
It's still magic. It's still
I know it's still magic, Joy, but the innocence. You know what I'm saying? Like the innocence.
Okay.
It's going to be coming to an end soon. And it makes me feel guilty as I go into this next story, because while I love it and it's fun and it's great and we all love it and time with the family and stuff like this, here's the other side of that coin. And the parents out there, you can relate to this, because I talk about Christmas Eve, all the vibe, none of the responsibility. On the flip side of that coin, when you have kids and you do like the split, you go to one family house and the next family house. So here's what the Christmas morning looks like. You do the gifts. They get up early. You're like a young D-Mac getting up at 5 a.m. or whatever. So you do that, eat breakfast. Then you got to go to the first stop. So what does that mean? You have to load up all the presents for both the stops into the car. The first set of family, the second set of family. So you load them all up into the car. Finally get everything loaded up, get the kids in the car, you go to the first stop. You got to unload all the presents for all the family at the first stop. So you got to bring all that stuff in the house. Then they open the gifts. Then all the stuff that the kids get, you got to load back up into the car, but you got to keep it separate from the presents that are going to the second stop. Then you drive to the second stop. Then you got to unload all the presents that go to the second family stop for everybody to get there. Then the kids get the sets of gifts from that family stop. Then you got to take all those gifts that they get from the second family stop. Then you got to load them them in the car, take them back home with you, get all the kids in the car, go back home, take everything back home with you, unload all the gifts that they got, take them into the house. Then you got to put together those 50 other presents that you got to put together that you just spent all of Christmas Eve putting together, so everything's ready to go for Christmas. Then you got to deal with all these. They're never going to play with all of them. You know that going in, but you got to put them together anyway. So that's the other part of Christmas. When I talk about Christmas Eve being the best, it's because you get all the vibe and none of the responsibility.
And then remember, at the end of the day, after that beautiful diatribe, right? That 6-year-old daughter of yours.
Absolutely.
That how you feel about the magic she's soon got to learn, right? She's got to learn the kayfabe truth. Hulk Hogan is not that nice of a person. And the fact is that she's going to know.
One day it's going to be over.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same because at least there's that magic there.
And I will say this, too, because it's, with the boys being teenagers, Joik, and I'm sure you can relate to this, even that stuff I was just kind of like jokingly complaining about, that's even lesser now. And I do kind of miss that because, Joik, teenagers now, they're in the electronics phase, in the gift card phase, and, the one big gift phase and things like that. And I do, as big of a pain as that stuff could be, you start to miss that too, even loading up all the presents and putting them all together.
Loading up all the presents, I'm trying to find something right here. Did you get those?
Yeah, get him into the computer.
That's fine. But take your time. And so I'm looking at like tradition. We talk about tradition. So what we do for Christmas, because we're such a big family. So and so I will either go back home for Christmas or my whole family will come up here for Christmas. And when I played, my family will always come up here for Christmas. And so what we would do is every Christmas Eve, every kid can open up one gift. Everyone can open up one gift. Everyone. All right. And so we'll sit back and we'll watch the kids have a good time opening up all the gifts at nighttime. And then usually they're like around midnight because we go to sleep late. And they all open up one gift. And sometimes we enjoy the kids' smile so much that we just let them open up all the gifts. And they wake up in the morning, there's no gifts to open, but they're waking up and they're either playing with what we just bought them, or they're trying on new clothes, or trying on new shoes, or whatever the case may be. But there's always a good time. But there's one tradition that we always do is we'll bake cookies night before. And so me and my son, my daughter, her mom, tonight we'll all bake cookies and have them ready for Santa in the morning. And like my son's passed, he's 16, so he know. But my daughter's 4, and so the same conversation you have with your son Neil, the same conversation that me and my son have to have in front of her.
It's cool to watch the older siblings when there's that big of an age
perpetuate the storyline.
Have fun with it and enjoy. Because that's the joy.
It is, man.
Of watching
the gingerbread.
We used to open up all the gifts that came from the relatives, like the grandparents out of town or whatever. That was the Christmas Eve.
Adam Morency's digging Sawyer's Santa hat. Says, nice job, brother. The Santa hat's getting a lot of respect.
Santa Sawyer.
Joey, 2 times I played my daughter Switch games that I bought her for Christmas.
Of course. Don't get it twisted. The kids get older. That video game, you're going to throw yours in there. Hey, tell the wife, put on the list. What do the boys want there, Neil? Oh, they want that new NCAA football game for sure.
CJ Snyder says, my dad used to get me to go to sleep on Christmas Eve, went outside my window with bells and a red flashlight. I was 5, and yes, I thought it was actually Rudolph. That's big time, man.
So
that is cool.
I think Sawyer has it now. If you look at this picture right here, like all the kids, so they will all come up to the house, and I think this is Christmas Eve when all the kids, like we were just about to make the cookies, and so sitting down, that's my niece Winter Grace, and that's my daughter Giovanna. To the left of her, if you're looking at the picture to the right, with my son Jordan in the red. In the back is my nephew Jeremiah, in college now playing ball. And then the 2 to the left are actually twins, and the shortest one is actually the older one. But now this is years ago. And one tradition we started with my daughter is we took her to the Henry Ford Museum, and we took this picture of her. And every year we take her there to take another picture in that same location because it was so beautiful. And so that's one tradition that we have.
Yeah,
her mother started that tradition right there. I loved it.
How about Santa and the reindeer tradition? I see a couple on there, like leave cookies and carrots. We always love that, and there'd always be half eaten, or we'd always leave a beer for Santa, you know what I mean, and a glass of milk, and use the beer to be gone, and milk will be the drink.
A lot of talk about the Voltron on the YouTube chat thread. Juice Go said it seemed like the most expensive toy on the planet. It did too. I mean, that was the Voltron stuff was its own currency at the time. So those are all pretty funny. So there's some other stuff I want to get into, the holiday food and all that stuff, which certainly we'll take a break. We'll come back as we come down the stretch here. Christmas Eve. It's Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
Okay, you thirsty little spin goblins. I want you to pedal into the next dimension. Spin it! Spin! Spin! Uh-oh! Carmen's falling behind. Let's give her the hiss of shame. Spin! Spin! Spin till you bleed!
Don't ride the bike of shame. Come to Planet Fitness and find your own lane with tons of equipment, free fitness training, and no hissing. Join today for just $10 a month.
No off-season for us. We're talking sports. 365. Detroit Sports Network. Woodward Sports.
Back out of here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, coming down the stretch on Christmas Eve. Neil Rule, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Joik Bell in the house. Happy holiday season to all you guys. We will be off tomorrow. There will be a best of show, though. So you've been mixing and scratching all that best of. So consume Sawyer's content there. If you got a bunch of stuff cooking and stuff like that, go ahead and fire it up. Got one here from Beef. Says he wants to see me versus D-Mac in the bubble hockey game, but he said only if it's a USA versus Russia bubble hockey, D-Mac, because that's the classic, right, with the national anthems.
I be Russia. I got Russian in me. I mean, I've been to Russia.
Real quick.
Well, no, I'll only do it like if it's Pavel Bure and McGillney and Fedorov and all my guys out there.
I
do want the
Russia,
Russians.
Though. You want me to be the American?
Absolutely,
so
I do.
What's
up, Joik?
All right, so they have these shows that come on and they promote the 25 Days of Christmas, and they play like a different movie every single day. I forget what station it was. Oh, network
Turner.
ABC. They do a different movie all the way up until Christmas. What is your go-to Christmas movie?
Oh, it's a Christmas story.
A Christmas story.
Yeah. The Red Ryder BB gun and all that stuff. They usually run it on the loop on TBS or TNT, and that's usually when I get it in. I don't. Home Alone, because my kids. Home Alone is my kid's favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's
still.
my daughter's.
So we get into Home Alone too. I like that one.
Die Hard.
Home Alone 2?
Die Hard, yeah. I respect the Die Hard thing.
It's a Christmas movie, 1 and 2, because there's a snowmobile on the second.
That's why I say Lethal Weapon. The first Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie. Absolutely. He was buying a Christmas tree when he was buying his cocaine.
I like that one too.
Yeah, so that counts.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of classics out there. You got Home Alone.
You know which one I like? I like the Bill Murray Scrooge.
Yeah, I like Charlie Brown Christmas too. I still like that one. I get into it. The Rudolph one with with the claymation or the puppets or whatever.
Yeah, that's from the
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman.
Those are still
Rudolph
strong.
the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
Back from that came out like what the 50s.
50s, whatever.
The 50s. But it's a classic.
It's not canceled yet.
No, they still play
it.
I mean, they have it on YouTube, so you can go watch it on YouTube whenever you want to.
D. Smitty says, crazy to think how valuable some of our old toys would be
Santa
right
Claus.
now if we kept them.
I forgot about the Santa Claus.
Santa Claus
is
was
a good
too.
one. And I like it because he's from Detroit, so I got to rock with it. I got
like Polar Express.
Machiavelli sucks says, I'm getting depressed listening to Neil's story. No, it was the long way, means to an end, to where, you have to appreciate those times.
The long way home.
You have to appreciate those times because they don't last forever. And I'm getting to that point right now.
Trading places
where I'm getting with it. So, yeah, anything you guys got Christmas? DJ Sweat says, don't forget, you got to clean up the wrapping paper, Neil. I know, man. You got to do that, too.
That was my job.
But you do that as they're doing it, though.
That's what I've incorporated.
You have a trash bag there, and as they
you do it as you do it.
As you do it. It's like cooking.
The guy.
You clean as you cook.
I'm that guy.
Yeah. I don't know how people can cook in a dirty kitchen. They just leave it there. I'll get to it later. Like, no, I have to... Like, I'm either cleaning it or it's going in the dishwasher as I'm done.
That's exactly how I roll, too.
You have the cooking, you got to clean while you cook. I don't understand that. So as they unwrapping their gifts, you have the trash bag right there, and you put everything in there. I remember I played a joke on my daughter last year. I have a video of it. I'm going to send it. But I wrapped up an avocado just to see her reaction. They gave it to her, and she was just the happiest baby. She was just the happy. Oh, look, she didn't even know what it was. Look, I got.
CJ Snyder says Elf is goated. Friday after next too. Very solid Christmas theme. Friday after next.
Friday after next is a Christmas
Very
movie.
solid.
That thieving Santa.
People like Bad Santa too.
Grab these pliers.
I like Bad Santa.
Grab these pliers.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and of course, Christmas Vacation is rock solid also. So there's all those things too. What about the food? I talked about like the 7 fish thing. My wife family being Italian. Is it a turkey holiday or is it a ham holiday? I've always associated it as a ham holiday.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But sometimes I think some families do both. Like even for Thanksgiving, they might do a ham and turkey. Right? They might do a ham and turkey. My mom incorporated like a roast beef in there as well, and they also they love it so much they put ribs in there as well. And so my dad goes out there in the cold. They grill up the grill.
I'll be firing up the grill. Same deal. I have it right next to the sliding door.
Yeah, right next to the sliding door. And they're out there grilling. The way he does it, my mom gets her seasoning from a specific place. She seasons the ribs and all the different the meats, and then he takes it out. He puts it on the grill. He cooks them about halfway through, and then pulls them off, and then take it. Put the barbecue sauce in it, and he puts it in the oven, let it cook into the barbecue sauce a little bit, take it out, cool down when they're ready to eat.
Mac and cheese getting a lot of love right now. Rack says Chinese takeout. Big Boy restaurants chiming in. Big Boy Burger holiday. I'm not against that.
Bro, I just
nothing's open on Christmas.
Why did you just do that? Because you want me to come over there right now? Because my stomach just said you need that in your life. Shout out to Big Boy.
I've had Big Boys since
we were at Big Boys.
Since we were at Big Boys. Yeah. But they're not open on Christmas, are they? Like, what's open on Christmas? Because sometimes when I did have to go back home on Christmas Day to go see the family and then drive back up,
Chinese
everything
food,
is closed.
Movie theater.
The movie theater is open.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing this year is like when Christmas
What's
the
movie
night,
this year?
Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
See Spider-Man.
Oh, the jammers.
Kids,
oh yeah.
The kids don't know. They don't know. They don't know yet.
Yeah, somebody asked on the YouTube chat thread, I forget who it was. They said, "Can we talk football?" No, we're talking Christmas, man. It's Christmas Eve.
What is there to talk about football?
We'll get to that.
Been talked about.
Oh, my bad. They want to talk about Thursday night football. My bad. Sorry, guys.
Space Boy, Spam and Cheese. Hey, man, make magic out of it. Absolutely. David Mentier says, "When does the tree come down? When do you guys take the tree down?"
I didn't put it up this year.
All right, well, you're ahead of the game.
I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah,
I am too. I didn't put it up. We're in between.
Well, you're in moving.
So.
Yeah, you're in the middle of moving.
Cheryl puts it up. See, Up North House has it up. She'll take it down. She's pretty anal about it. I'd leave it up all year. I don't know. I'd say end of the month. Probably second week of January it comes down. Third week of January. If you get a natural tree, right? When the needles start falling down, it starts making a bit of a mess.
When it becomes a pain, yeah.
You know what? I don't have a pain. You know why? Because I bought the tree that you can just set up and then you can take it right back down. So I literally didn't even have to break it down because it fits into my storage room. And so I put the plastic bag back over it. I put it upside down. I don't even have to take the lights off. I can keep the lights on it. Actually, the lights are built into it. Put it back into the storage room, take it out, boom, put it down. The only thing that I have to do is put up the garland.
He's got those LED style.
Well, that's like we're team artificial tree as well. Yeah. So we have to take off the sections.
Better on the environment.
I mean, I like the real trees better. Truth be told, I just don't like dealing with it. I've told you guys before, I'm the laziest man in America. I am. I go to the gym and get my miles in and everything, but once that's done, I'm done. Like, I want to be lazy.
Because you put all your effort into the working out and staying healthy.
Right, absolutely.
Stuff.
Absolutely. But no, we'll put ours. I forget, I know there's, so isn't there like some kind of like religious code or something, like the tree's supposed to stay up for so many days or something like that? I don't remember. My wife has it all broken down. I don't know. I take it down when she tells me, hey, we got to take the tree down.
Yeah, that's usually.
And then I complain about it, and then I do it.
And my question is, was it harder? Is it harder does it feel like Christmas this year as opposed to the past more? Because I've been asking people that because it just sort of has snuck up on you. You're going to be able to enjoy it. When does it feel like Christmas to you?
Well, that's
when you're starting to put the gifts together from the night before.
No, today does, like the Christmas, because again, it helps, right? Where it's festive. I'm gonna I'm going to get together with the guys tonight. We'll have our Christmas toast or whatever. We'll do that, and then and it's go time. Like that's what it is. And then we go into the Christmas Eve and we do all that stuff. I would say today, like the Christmas Eve is where I listen to Christmas music on the way into the station today, the studio. I did that. So like I'm all in today and tomorrow and Christmas Day.
That's cool.
Yeah, I am. I'm all in. I'm getting it. I'm making an effort too. And you know what, guys? I'll tell you a story real quick before we go to the break. Yesterday, when I was on the treadmill, I got you get the news alerts on your phone or whatever, and it popped up and it just said Senate investigation, and I just took the phone. Like I don't want to say I snapped. I just took the phone and turned it over, and turned the music up and said, I'm out. I'm out with the new stuff. I'm out till after Christmas. Like I made the conscious decision to be done with all that stuff. Through Christmas. Like I'm done. I'm not paying attention to the news or anything like that. It's all Christmas, Joik. It's all, damn it, it's the holiday spirit, Joik.
Holiday spirit. It's a good time. You know what, though? The hard part is putting your phone down for me when I know I have work to do. Like I have stuff to get done, or just kind of look at something. One thing that I'm always like checking the market. I have to put my phone down, not even touch my phone.
I tapped out from the market. My money's in there. It's in whatever's going to be is going to be. I'm done with the news.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I'm tapping out till after Christmas. But I mean, I guess if I was going to use my phone for one thing, I would kind of check and see like, did I lock the doors? Did I not lock the doors? Is everything cool at the home front?
But here's the whole thing, Neil, because Guardian Alarm, they get it. A good defense on and off the field helps you feel secure. If you wanted to do that and you wanted to check, right from your phone, did I lock it? Oh, did I not lock? Oh, I can check here. You can also turn on the lights, control the temperatures. Smoke alarm will tell you if your house is on fire, or that deadly silent killer carbon monoxide. How do you become part of the Guardian Alarm family? Well, you got to dial the digits. Let me tell you, the boys are going to tell you. Sam, you ready? It's a big audition here right now. This big boy pants on. I couldn't be happier on this Christmas Eve.
Well, let's get it.
For Guardian Alarm, give them a call. 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Now, this is the last show before Christmas for little baby Jesus comes back. Here we go. 1-800 for the people in the back. 1-800.
Stay out. Get out of Fisher's house.
Yeah, get out of Fisher's house. Sam's house. Sam, you're part of the family now. Protect your house, our house, wherever. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts, over 90 years, even businesses, commercial, resident, whatever you want, just give them a call. 1-800. Stay out. Guardian Alarm has been trusted to save all of us. Help them save you. Big D Energy, D-Mac, Joint Bell. Neil Rule. We'll be back on this final. Where's Fish? I got to know about Boxing Day. I've been missing it all along. We'll be right back.
Big D Energy.
Thank you, Detroit. Because of your generous donations, this year's Stuff a Studio was a massive success. With the help from our friends at Meyer, Guardian Alarm, and people like you, we were able to send a massive U-Haul filled with toys to Mott Children's Hospital.
I'm aware that was pretty cool, but more importantly, my daughter had surgery at Mott back in about 2005 for brain surgery. They did a miraculous job for her. As a matter of fact, she's graduated from Michigan State on Saturday. You could never
hey,
tell.
go green, right? Yeah.
Thank you. And we really want to thank you. I know we're standing in front of this very large building, but when you look up, this building is full right now with a lot of sick kids that are going to be here through the holidays. And this team is amazing to make sure that they can at least smile during the holidays, and what you guys have done for us, we'll make sure that we're bringing that magic into their hospital room. So thank you so much. Thank you.
The pros know. Go! Listen Monday through Friday for Big D Energy live on the Woodward Sports Network with Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty, former Lion Joik Bell, and the silky voice of Neil Rule.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Joik Bell in the house, our YouTube, chat thread, YT Sparty. I just dig up my neighbor's bush and use that as a Christmas tree. It's been cool. Detroit Dabber, digging the sweater. Neil, you look like a cool ambassador to the moon. That's pretty funny. Joyke, you're as soon as you slide out of here after you do Ballin' with Bell, you got a little toy drive thing you're a part of.
Yeah. So real quick, my best friend. So real quick, he's FaceTime me doing the show. He's trying to show me all the great things that they're doing at his gym. So he started up this gym about 2 years ago. They just had their 2nd year anniversary last month, and Clarissa Shield is a part of this gym. And so what they did, they partnered up, and they got a lot of toys, and they're doing a toy drive. Also, they're doing a food drive, all in the same place, same location. So it started at noon, and as soon as I leave here, me and my son are going there to kind of help pass out the toys, pass out the food, and just kind of help support what he's doing in his initiative, because he's very big in the community out there in Flint. And I've always been a big investor in Flint. I do a lot of work up there in Flint. As well back in my hometown, so it's great to kind of see what they're doing here, and I just want to go and support.
That's cool.
Dude, my favorite, I got to give props out to 9 Drinks for the Christmas gifts. Neil, you need a fur coat, a turtleneck sweater, and a wool golf hat. I need dual citizenship, and Joyke needs a battery that gets him here 5 days a week.
Yeah, battery.
It don't happen like that. Those batteries on those. Hey, time's a waste. Look at my man's busy as hell, and that's what it's. At the end of the day, I think you two can agree with me. Is that's what it's about. You see, whether it's food drive, toy drive, we were part of one here. No matter what it is, Christmas spirit to giving it back. And stuff like that.
That is cool. No, it is cool. YT Sparty. Neil, I saw you at LCA for the OU game. Do you only have one suit jacket? I wonder why. But I may have wore a similar one to the one I had in the promo picture. I don't know, maybe.
Sure.
No, I got a suit jacket game's pretty strong. I do have to say that it is pretty strong. No, but did want to wish everybody obviously
you and Simo suit
Merry Christmas and everything like that.
If you guys are in the Flint area in Beecher, stop by at Fitness. We're having a food drive there right now. My best friend Aaron Higginbottom, my boy Tony, Clarissa Shield, everyone will be there. Show up. If you want to bring some toys to give out as well, feel free to come up. But it's going to be a great time, great people, great energy. Come enjoy yourself. Spread that holiday cheer.
Pull up on them.
Pull up on us.
Absolutely. I don't know where Fish went. I was going to ask him what the deal is with Boxing Day.
Well, you want to ask a Canadian?
What is
part
Boxing
of the
Day?
Commonwealth?
Yeah.
Well, Boxing Day was created as the day to put all we're talking about wrapping paper, boxes from your gifts on. You needed a day because the English, the Commonwealth, where it started in Britain, it was like the day off so you can recover, right?
How come we don't have recovery days to holidays?
Too many drunks couldn't get up the day after Christmas from celebrating. But it's just another built-in holiday. It's a Canadian holiday. You should develop, have it more here, but Fish part of the Commonwealth, so who knows where it goes. I just want to say Sawyer, Sam, Fish, everybody here behind the scenes, Nick, Maggie, everybody who makes this go. I hope everybody, no matter what they do and how they enjoy it, enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy the Christmas break. I think it's a special time of year.
For sure.
There is no doubt about that, and certainly Merry Christmas to everybody that is on the YouTube chat thread. You guys are a vital energy to this show. I know that I see it on there. Big D family. That's what everybody calls it. So much love to the Big D family. Much love to everybody.
Appreciate you guys saying tapping in, man.
Family, and then here comes our Uncle Tommy.
Uncle Tom Man's in the studio. Hey, make sure you tap into the bottom line. 2 to 4 p.m. Maz will be in the building as well. But appreciate everybody.
Happy Festivus, everyone.
Festivus
for
the rest of us.
I got gripes and complaints for you, sir. Will you be in your office when I'm done? I am on my way. I'm first. Hey,
everybody, for real, be safe and be happy this holiday season.
Ballin' with Bell on YouTube. Make sure you guys tap in.
Ballin' with Bell coming up next. Best of show tomorrow. Have a Merry Christmas. Oh, hey, get right pick. Memphis, over 32.5 points in the Hawaii Bowl. Just Memphis. It's a little exotic. I don't typically do that kind of thing, but the get right pick, 10-6, documented, DMAC. Haven't lost since the end of October. Documented, DMAC. So, hey, tap in.
You got it right there, Neil.
You're going to be putting toys together. Get in on it. Memphis, over 32.5.
We'll talk about it at midnight.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
Yeah.
Well, see you later.